Hello, everybody, and welcome to Southern California, California Dreaming, under the lights here at Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. We have just wrapped up our first half of the SOX season. A lot of great, interesting storylines, including Eli the Wolf retaking the points lead. Also, we have a lot of championship contenders emerging from 2nd to 10th, and who will emerge 11th through 20th. Pitch strategy will be the name of the game tonight, along with some wall riding that we have to watch out in 3 and 4, with the winds being at north at 61 degrees. And joining me, as always, is my co-producer and co-host, Zach103. Appreciate you joining, brother, and shout out to Reem, who's in Florida right now for a baseball tournament. Wishing nothing but the best, Reem. Zach, first half of the season is wrapped up. We've had a lot of great storylines, a lot of interesting drivers shuffled away. But one thing's remained consistent. It's Eli the Wolf and Anthony McClure as our two front runners. What do you expect here tonight at Auto Club, and a little recap of the first half of the season from you?
Yeah, tonight I think it's going to be a whole nother game because there's a lot of drivers that have figured out what those leaders were doing. They've caught on something new, especially here at Auto Club. Qualify was big shakeup. You know, a lot of drivers up here are usually running in the back, exempt from that as a pole sitter. But yeah, I think this first half of the season is really consistency. I want to say it's going to be the same for the second half, but based on you're starting Auto Club like this, and this is one of the lesser unexpected tracks. That really just raises that question: what we're going to see after today, what we're going to see coming into these next few races.
Absolutely, and let's get to Zach's Zip pre-race headlines at Auto Club Speedway, presented by Chevron.
Point number one: the Wolf Hunt is back. Eli has shown signs of stopping as he has shown. Oh, man, let me reset that. Okay, point number one: Wolf Hunt's back. Eli has shown no signs of stopping as he turns the fire back up to an electrical performance at Papyrus. Does he begin to climb that up again at Auto Club tonight? We'll see. Then point number two: Chilton Schilling finally conquering Papyrus Motor Speedway, getting a win. Frank has been undisputed the fastest car all season with raw pace. With these next two races set to be about car setup, will we see if he continues to run up front? Point number three: Monte Carlo Monaco. Eric Monaco has been quiet yet consistent, kind of a dark horse. With his latest runs, many forget that the New York native has worked his way into the top three in points. Does this consistency strategy pay off in the second half of the season? Then point number four: California Love, the most worn out surface on the calendar with the high speeds and tire wear expected. Will the undercut be pivotal during these 40 laps to decide a winner? Then point number five: Dodgeball. Ream and Isle have been the undisputed best dodges. They have 0 wins, but they've been very fast. Will tonight be the night they break through and join Toyota, Honda, Ford, and Chevy in victory lane in SOX this season? And then point number six: the night time is the right time. The final 4 of the 6 races we run at night. Will the second half of the season be lights out for points contenders, or will someone from 11th on back emerge? We'll stay tuned and find out. It's Auto Club Freeze with excitement looming. We're in for a crazy couple of races. Let's join you, and we'll go for the call of this race.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Zach, for reading those headlines. Let's get to our top 10 and our pole sitter and our starting lineup here, presented by AAA Insurance. We have Alexander Isle in the front row as our pole sitter. Congrats to Isle, Dodge's pole with Brad Stover second. We have Webb and Gorse in row 2, looking for both good, solid runs. Row 3, we have Clinton Buchanan, who's been on a hot streak, and Sean Hart, a great run at Papyrus last week. Row 4 is Jordan and Salamander, both are looking for good runs, and Salamander luck. And row 5, Zevel, who was really quick at Papyrus last week. And the 6, and is that 86? 86, Ian Styles, the round at the top 10. Other storylines to get to just from my end. Zach talked about the strategy, undercut. If there is an overcut strategy, we do not get a caution. Will we see someone actually have fresher tires, let's say 2 or 3 laps ahead of the field, and start to make a run? We saw that Eli the Wolf at Homestead. He did that, made a late pit call, and drove his way to the front. Could see similar racing. Let's get to it in 2-1.
Drivers, start your engines!
Command has been given. And that's going to conclude all our pre-race headlines. It's all set. The stage is set. The second half of the season is about to get underway. We've rolled a lot of races in the first half. We're Mount Pocono. We've been to Armory Digital in Washington. We've been to Florida. we've been to Massachusetts on the East Coast, but tonight we start our West Coast, our only West Coast race of the second half of the season Auto Club. Before we start going back east to Darlington, Dick, Bristol, a couple Florida tracks in Pensacola and Orlando, and rounded out in the Peach State in Georgia for Atlanta Super Speedway. Alexander Isle now leads us to our pace laps up here. The pace car is going to make this hard left turn in 2 seconds. There he goes. Alexander Isle in the 9 Dodge, and Brad Stover is going to lead us to green in the 89 Chevy, or excuse me, 89 Ford. We're green flag here at Auto Club Speedway. Good start there from Isle as everyone stays 2 by 2. Zach, take it from turn 2, buddy.
Yeah, Isle gets a good start there. Brad Stover holding on top. Brian Webb there on the bottom to see that top gets their run off the corner. It looks like Brad Stover going to challenge the lead here, but Alexander Isle able to hold the bottom.
We start going in 3. This is where the pressure cooker is as everyone starts hitting the wall. We saw it in practice as it looks like our first guy in the wall is going to be Stover, and everyone else tries to scramble behind. Art's going to go low underneath Gorse as they go 3 wide, possibly 4 wide for 4th, as Webb goes for the lead as well underneath Isle.
Yeah, Salamander pushing the issue there.
Salamander pushing here. Quinn Buchanan, we talked about Quinn Buchanan having a hot streak lately. Top 10 in points. Does he start making his push now as the second half looms? We'll find out tonight. Island Stover side draft into turn 3. Zach, take it away from turn 4.
I don't think that might work for him. I thought Brian was going to get a better run in, but clear the 34 was there. Almost 4 wide for second there, 33 in the wall. 9 car looks like he's trying to get a run on the 89. Kind of cuts the wall there, but I don't think it hurt him a whole lot.
Yeah, looks like everyone's starting to settle back there as we do have some cars starting to make their way to the front. Should be separation as they still are looking to go 4 wide back to the mid-pack. That's someone way up high. We'll have to find out who that is as we get our ticker up there. Styles. Alexander Isle leads as Quinn Buchanan tries to get back in line with Sean R on the outside, pulling Stover and Gorse.
Ooh, Sean R got a little tight there. Might see a 3 wide run off of almost. Ooh, 46 in the back of the 89 there.
Going to really start to check up. Isle nearly scraped the wall there as we're very close at the line. No runaways, which is nice to start off this race as everyone's still close in a pack. Now you see Webb looking underneath Stover as Gorse goes for 4th on top of Ard.
Stover will clear the 9.
Stover does clear that 9 as they start the single file up once again. Stover in the lead. Definitely do a little spectator cam a couple laps here as they settle out. As we go into turn 3 and 4 again, let's see who hits the wall.
Isle washed him up. Oh, washed him up hard.
Stover. Oh, this is going to be a big run here for Webb and Gorse. The whole field's going to be stacked up again. This could be big.
I didn't think Isle would do that. Sure enough, washed him up into the wall there.
A little arrow wash. We do know we can play a little game with arrow push around. It's not often.
Yeah, I don't know if the 89's too happy about that. We'll see if they keep it clean the remainder of this race.
For sure. As Isle looks tucked in right now underneath Stover. Will that rivalry heat up? We'll find out. Let's go to a spider cam once they cross the line here on lap number 6.
Might wash him up again.
Ooh, yeah, he's going to hit. Oh, yeah, big run. Big hit there for Stover. Yeah. Let's go to the spider cam with Brad Stover. All right, you got the 88 out back. 88 looking. 88 looking. Got help from the 42. 42 is going to go lower. No help. 88 gained on the 88. 88, 86 low. 86 low. 86 low. Big run coming from the 42, helping you out up back. 33 is low, losing momentum. 46 is going to go high. Stay high. A little lower. Arc it a little lower. Arc it a little. Art's going to push up. 88's going to push up. Side trap. Watch the side trap. Watch their wall ride. 34's hitting the 42 back there in the wall. Sticking it. All right, that's going to be a lap around Auto Club Speedway with your spider cam featured in Brad Stover in the 89 Lowe's Ford. Now back to the front. We talked about Brian Webb. Zach, Brian Webb has had one of the most inconsistent seasons to date. What do you think about Brian Webb the last 2 races turning it up, though?
This is definitely out of nowhere seeing him run up from. I'm not going to lie. That's all there is to it. He pulled something out of that. Must have did something to that car and found a good setup, and here he is up front.
Must have went to Dollar General, got a good deal. As once again...
47 around!
That's a big wreck.
He's destroyed. hard hit
Give
for
me a
them.
caution. Big caution. Oh
Oh.
no.
Yeah, that's going to be a hard lick. I don't think it's going to be a big wreck, but let's go slow-mo here.
Pitched over the
89.
floor.
Ah, yeah, that 89 just could not keep that right into Shangle. I think Shangle came out all right, but Zevel, oh my gosh.
Oh, that is one of the worst hits I've ever seen to
Yeah,
hit a 10 area wall.
yeah, I don't even, I can't explain that. That is just the worst look I've seen any driver had go into a wall like that. I mean, that could have been avoidable so easily, but it wasn't. Shangle able to go back to where he needed to be. So back under green, I would be amazed if 47 is still in the race. It's no surprise he's
Done.
probably out. But 89 dropped to the bottom. He might have gotten an issue on that car. It looks like he has a lot of side damage, so I'm imagining he's pitting for that reason. That or maybe trying to pull something out with a strategy call, seeing he's definitely not quick enough to run the lead anymore. But had a good first start of the race, but it looks like it's going to end just as fast as it started for him.
Yeah, let's go. Zach, take a quick little top 10 rundown. What we got?
Yeah, we got run up front, like we were talking about before that, caution came out. Brian Webb in the 46 Dodge car, and then we got Alexander Isle in the 9, who's been pretty consistent. I think he's got a good run today. I think he'll be top 10 points if he gets a good day today. Sean Ard, kind of been a dark horse, just not really been where he needs to be at the finish of the race. Riley Gorse has not really had the greatest luck, so he's definitely mid-pack car. He's running here in 4th. And Ian Stiles, he's up with the Hondas. I think he could put up a game with Sabre Fox there when it comes to the best Honda of their field. But he's there. He's running 5th. He could take that one away. Still quite a few laps away from the last lap, but I think he can do something. Clinton Buchanan, he's up in points pretty good, running the 6th. I think he'll have a good points day, finishing in here out right here. Just been solid. Been fast, kind of under the radar, but it's been good. Jeff Jordan has been, he's had his ups and downs for sure, running 7th. This is definitely one of his ups. Not a lot set up for him. He's just had a lot of ups and downs. It's not really been consistent. Gar Salamander's has been consistent, but not when it comes to the finish of the race. He's in the top 20 in standings, but I think there's improvement to be made, and where he's running today definitely helps that. Justin Rissy had a good race a couple races ago. Last race, on the other hand, didn't go so well. Had a pit road incident with Brandon Beal. Running nice today. I think he can pull himself out of that. Start gaining back towards getting up there in points. It's going to be a rough road for him to get the points title, but if he gets some consistent runs going, he might have a shot. Joey Payne's running intense, but very quick, and definitely kind of been a dark horse, but it's been fast when it counts. Running top 20 in standings. I think they're going to have a good points day today as well, so we'll see how that goes for them.
Top 10 rundown. Yes, sir, by Zach. Brought to you by Monster Energy. Now, we only saw one pit, Stover. Let's look at the telemetry on Webb, Zach. Let's see what the tire fall off is here for our viewers.
Yeah, 46. I don't know. How do I...
Okay, we can't tell, but it looks like, from what I saw, the last lap, Webb ran at 41 as his best, and his lowest was 67. So there is 3/10 tire wear. If you're looking at someone like, you probably can't tell because we are on the pace lap. We go on roof cam here with Isle. Brad Stover, if he fixes the damage, could actually start slicing his way to the front. The problem is if he's stuck on the outside line on a restart, he could be a moving chicane in the wall. So we'll see what Brad Stover could do. He could be a wild card with strategy. We pitted that lap 8. Can he stretch it out one more stop? Probably, but his tires would be shot at the end of it. So we'll have to look what Brad Stover does indeed do as he's back in 40th.
Yeah, he lost a ton of spots pitting. I think the 18 and the 56 may have pitted as well from the back. So that's definitely a strategy call on them if they did pit. We've seen a couple of cars pit, not a lot.
Fogelman pit. And, Reggie Fogelman, by the way, for Toyota heroes of the race. Toyota's hometown is not too far away in California, San Bernardino to be exact. So they're looking, actually they're at about 30 minutes away from Auto Club Speedway in Fontana. You should have an interesting race. Same thing with Movement. So the other Toyota, he's just trying to make it happen. If Vince Freeze, the other Toyota in the field, see if they can do something good. Now, We go to the double file restart. You're gonna double up here. We talked about points contenders. Eli the Wolf. Let's spot him real quick.
Yeah, I don't know where he's
Spotlight
at,
Eli
but
the Wolf. Let's
he's
see.
usually running front. He's running mid-pack today. Also, keep an eye on where Anthony McClure is at. He's definitely he could shake up things as well, as their points battle is only 7 points between each other.
And that's gonna conclude pretty much the rundown. There's McClure as we pan back to him.
McClure
Last thing
almost
about
top 10
Anthony,
car right now.
real quick, Anthony McClure, he's gonna have a massive home field advantage when we get to Pensacola and Orlando. A back-to-back home race for him. We'll have to watch that out because usually when drivers have a home race, they turn up the wick. We'll find out later around 10 11. But for right now, it's back to the front with Byron Webb, not Brian. Byron Webb in the 46 General Chevy with Alexander Isle on the 9 Budweiser Dodge going to lead us to our first restart of the night. That pace car is going to make that hard left turn into the pits as Byron Webb will lead us back to the green in what could be one of the only restarts of the night. Or will we see more cautions? We're about to find out. We're Green Flag Racing here at Auto Club. Is a great start for Isle.
Yeah, that top lane got the jump there.
Got some 3 wide with Shangle back there. He's going to push the issue, which is interesting to start off.
Nope. Wrong camera. My bad.
Pace car hit the wall there. It's all good.
Yeah. I was going to Shangle there. Yeah, he was involved in that accident. He's already trying to get some spots back he lost from that yellow there.
Now we're going to start to see who hits the wall. This is it. Tires of war. It's not as easy to control a car when you're hitting the wall. Does anyone hit it? Yes, Jordan's in the wall. Reem is in the wall. Oh, the leader is in the wall, and now the separation begins. Riley Gorse looks for the lead.
Yeah, 3 wide. Oh, car in the back. Wrecking. I think it's 89.
Oh, Brad Stover. That's a caution.
Yeah, no yellow. But there's a car that spun out. The 89 spun out there. Or someone did. Or no, someone. 10 car had a major failure.
Engine failure.
Major
Nice
failure. Major engine failure. Yeah, he caught it pretty quick. I've never seen an engine failure that severe. I'm surprised.
Caution though.
Should have called caution. Didn't see one though. I guess we're not under yellow. That is very odd.
No, we're not. Yeah.
I guess it wasn't causing. I mean, in real life that would have been a hazard, but with how this game works, it wasn't a hazard. As you see, Riley Gorse back flipping. Man, we were talking about how that 10 cars are fast, but they've had their tough breaks. Mechanical failures have gotten the best of them for sure. Especially at Las Vegas. Oh, 34 sent the 9 in the wall. Hard.
We got a lot of people in the wall. Now, this is the tire where we're talking. Riley Gorse going to run here. Cliff Buchanan is not going to let him go, though. He's been one, like I said, a star in the last couple of races. It's 3-4 wide back there once again. I think that was Reem or someone back there pushing the issue. Yeah, it's really getting.
Yeah, we're starting to see some cars making some anxious decisions. Oh, car around 44.
The David Hamilton can't get away with another wreck. Does he save it, though?
I think he did.
We got to check. That might be a move of the race. Oh, my. What a save. Look at this. Monaco into Messi into Dubovik.
Messi.
What a save.
Yeah, that was a nice save. However, I think this isn't going to work for Messi, though. Messi got quite a bit of damage from that. I just don't think it's going to end up in their favor. But we had another accident. We're now under yellow. There was another yellow. Something else happened. They were getting too antsy. Oh, 4-car Eric Monaco. I thought this race was going to be a little bit more safe than that. It looks like these guys are getting a little bit too anxious. Andrews, Monaco. I think everyone else is okay. It
started with Reem.
Yeah, Reem. We were talking about how he's been getting some of these cars. They tighten up. They can't catch much of a break. Jacob Shingle, it's kind of a bad spot, honestly. Paulus, Freeze, Messi, who just saved the wreck, got a lot more damage
Monaco. Oh, Andrews, Fogelman, big hit.
Big one.
Oh, it's on from there.
Points
it's the big
leader.
one.
Yeah, big one on Auto Club. I think we're green from this point.
Movement avoids it.
Yeah, that's
tough.
Boy,
Andrews again, a big lick.
This is gonna definitely be a huge point shakeup for Monaco. Yeah, I think he got that big hit from Jack Davis.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Jeff Bolton. Countless cars involved in that. Whereas I think everyone's pitting this time. 33 is your leader, or 34, I guess. We'll watch the battle coming off pit road. Then we'll review who's in and out of the race.
And Chilton's
Us
done. We
on
know
this pit road
Frank.
team. Yeah. The 89 who started up front, he's got a better pit stall than everyone else, so he's out of traffic as Gorse is out up front. I think everyone else had a pretty decent pit stop for what they could do, but out of the race for we've seen the 10 and the 47 clearly have their issues, and then it's no surprise a lot of 29 had heavy damage, but man, that wreck was just tough for everyone. I think we're just going to see a lot of interesting stuff come out of that. But Clinton Buchanan coming up to second now. The 9 car, I'd imagine, repaired some damage. They've been scraping the wall cut a lot. As look who's in the top 10 and look who's out of the race.
Yeah, let's go our top 10 rundown for sure.
Look who's in the top 10, and then Eli the Wolf, a second tough break in a row, or a second tough break rather.
Should cycle with the scoring. Yeah. Anthony McClure looking to get back in the hunt here and take the point. Could be a little ping pong going with the points lead. Well, let's see what happens as they cycle around here. We'll see who's out of the race.
Cycle around. 57 didn't look good, and he wasn't looking good anyway. Jack Davis is finally getting some good point standings going, but no, that killed any chance of that.
I think they're still in though, which is interesting. Let's go to the back of the field here.
Eli the Wolf's out, that's for sure. Yeah, this is one guy that didn't need to be out too. But other than that, everyone's still in the race. 57 severe damage. This could have been a really. We were talking about how Bradley Reeves up front. This could be a decent points day for him, but it's not looking like that now. It's just finish it and get it over with, I guess. But how many cars are out of the race and how many cars are off pace, we could see this definitely affect our the way these guys do their pit cycle. And if we stay green from this point, hypothetically, they will not have enough fuel, I imagine, unless they were able to save some. But yeah, heavy damage for a lot of these cars. The 18 probably had some engine damage of sorts, something mechanical. But Vince Freeze, yeah, he's not very competitive, I imagine. No patent on his
rain.
Yeah, so a lot of drivers were not able to avoid that wreck. Now, that was pretty much the big one here in Auto Club. You know, if you're pack racing like that, you got a lot of cars bunched together all at once. Kudos for David Hamilton saving that. I thought that was just going to be another wreck that happened and took him out of contention, but no, he saved it. Fortunately, the guys up front couldn't. Sandy Messi get involved in 2 wrecks in 1 lap. He's got damage, I'm certain. He's got some front end damage from that save. He got hit in the side, but he's just. A lot of these guys that are up front in points are in survival mode. But like seeing Anthony McClure up here, it could be a pretty big points day for him if he stays up front like this. Come close to halfway.
Yeah, I think we're in for a showdown for sure. Right, let's go to the top 10 rundown here. It's Gorse in the front with the 33-34 combo. Buchanan, Styles in 3rd. Paints in 4th. Like I said, we talked about Paints. McClure will most likely get the points lead in 5th, barring some setback. Reese has been good at Mount Pocono in 6th. He's starting to make his way. Salamander, we talked about at the beginning. And
Jonah Burridge, P9.
Wow. What happened to Webb? That's a bad stop for Webb. He was up there. Something must have happened on the stop.
Sometimes lower starting teams might have had a gun jam, any combination of stuff. Jonah Burridge, he's been that Auto Club guy, and here he is. Didn't get a great qualify, but here he is running in 9th. He might pull something out of the bag by the time the end of this race is done.
Let's see what happens. Now the restart happens. Let's go to the back of the field real quick. Let's see who could be our problems. We talked about Fogelman, Freeze.
Definitely the 57. He's the slowest car in the field. Most damage, him and Ream. And perhaps even Jeff Bolton. There are definitely going to be cars we need to watch out for who may be lap traffic depending on how long this goes green.
Here we go. Riley Gorse, Clint Buchanan. The stage is set. Another restart as a great start for Gorse on the inside. Keeps it together.
Ian Styles up there. I think he took advantage of that bad pit stop by Byron Webb.
way down there low. That might have been Reem. We talked about Reem, how he's slow.
Joe Pace looks like she's got a little bit of side damage that might hinder her abilities here.
So go down the back stretch, as you see, looks like 3 wide almost by McClure, but he thinks better. But will we still see another wreck? Could be possible. Tires are fresh. Oh, here we go. Reese's going to get pushed up to the wall here. Oh, boy.
Yeah, he's washing him up big time. They save it. 33's the wall. 3 wide for the lead now. Look who's second in line. Joy Paints pulling it through the middle, almost threading the needle there. Jonah Burridge pulling some stuff on the bottom. Is Anthony McClure, he wants the lead. You can tell he's right underneath that 86 car.
To Cartan, we got a little tie, a little paint up front with a little CVS Pharmacy and Enos Styles Baby Ruth on the bottom. Now it's Paints and Buchanan, though. What a run the outside. Paints pushed Buchanan in the wall. No, stays tucked in. His Gorse hit the wall, though. He's looking pretty dicey back there.
Yeah, he hit the wall a lot before, too.
Oh, what a move by Paints. Crossover.
Our Salamander is in the wall. He is eating it up. He ate it up there a little bit. Thought he was eating up a little more than that, but I guess not.
Let's go to the back of the field here. Do we have no one off the pace?
I imagine we do. I mean, draft's pretty heavy here. Oh, well, I guess we don't. These guys, despite being slow, they're pretty draft heavy. Unfortunately, Vince Freeze is definitely not going to be off pace. He's the only one with no hood, so that might be what aerodynamics. Oh, we got another car, a few cars behind that. 38, 17, and 18. 18, just not quick today, I guess. And 17 and 38 with no hood. Yeah, a lot of damage to the front as well. So damage to the back isn't going to kill you, but it's not going to help you. But
it'll be one of those races of survival for these guys. Just bring it home and see if there's another wreck.
They get some draft going. I think they're going to be okay.
Yeah, now we go to the front here, though. Back to the leads. Clint Buchanan. Now Paints looks underneath, but goes back tucked in. Gorse is going to close that door. Does Joy Paints look underneath for help? No. Clint Buchanan now has a choice. Does he block the inside or the outside? He stays outside. Has run from Gorse from the 33. Clint's going to hit the wall slightly. So does Gorse. Paints is going to get a run with Styles. But it's going to be Clint Buchanan on the top, taking the lead. Anthony McClure through the middle, 3 wide.
Yeah, seen a 9 car hit the wall a little bit. 86 sent in a little bit. That's going to kill his run off the corner. 34 didn't keep it straight.
34 still leads, though. Clint Buchanan talked about how his momentum is starting to push forward. He could get a big statement win here today and possibly get a top 5 in points. Big runs behind this. Pace get pushed up from McClure. I think so. McClure's looking low. Ooh, yep.
I'm brushed in the wall.
Slightly tap it a little bit. Eye on the wall.
Yeah, Joy Paints brushed the wall. Get it? Brush Paints.
Oh, we got a wreck.
Oh, we do? Oh, looks like we do are under yellow.
All right. This is going to be very interesting now with the fuel strategy. Let's see what this is.
Craig Potcraft's pretty far back. He might have. Yeah, we'll see. He's pretty off pace here. Drip C. Yeah, this is in the back, kinda. Yeah, no one up front. Yeah, cars racing in the back pretty hard. Craig didn't need this. He's been doing good, and he just didn't need this. Dark X Rain saved it.
Yeah, damage for Strauss.
Yeah, Dark X Rain saved it.
Yep, a little damage.
And Johnny Andrews already had damage, and then yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a huge damage for these guys, but I think they'll be all right. Everyone else gets around. Dripsy with a little bit of damage, but I think in terms of damage, 51 cars gonna be all right. Get some fresh tires. I think they'll call it good. Just make sure they get back to the front.
Now the question is fuel mileage. Did we see some guys pit? We'll have to find out here quick.
I'd be surprised if we don't see people pit, because you know, cautions here. You're really playing a gamble if you don't pit here, because we may not see another. I know we've been saying that, but really though, it's something we have to look out for, because you know, after a certain point, these guys figure it out. They don't wreck no more. Boom, you're in bad pit strategy. So yeah, make sure hit your marks. Maybe pull that Hail Mary, get that strategy going. But personally, I don't recommend it. Maybe no one pits at all.
Okay, well this is it. Let's see. Well, probably drips you. And you know, does being in that wreck actually save you? Let's see.
Yeah,
we're gonna have some pitters.
56 stays out, but 19 leads to a little pack in. There's cars in the back who got damage, and Craig Pocker is also pitting, but 56 staying out. 20 moving also pitting. Not a whole lot of pitters, but mostly cars. Mostly cars in the back. That's something I do want to point out. Mostly cars in the back.
Now, if this does turn into a fuel mileage event, cars in the back, even though they're slow, might have just got themselves a top 5 finish, which would be interesting off
I
a
don't know
pit
if
call.
cars with damage, I'm not seeing a benefit out of this, but Craig Pockgrass, he doesn't have a lot of damage out of these guys. But then again, might have bumped something. Who knows?
Movement's
But,
out first. Movement, I think, definitely has another interesting car. He could possibly get top 10 as everyone exits. Pockras there.
watch
Yeah.
Pockgrass though. He might pull something out of the bag if this strategy goes down to the dumps for these guys. I don't think it's a good call for them not pitting, but you know, if bad goes to worse, they might be able to pull something out of the bag just on pure pace. But those cars in the back, I don't expect them to lose the draft, especially that 40 car and the 4 car. And then, you know, we've talked about that they think quick despite having damage. So if it was anybody, if these guys' pit strategy don't work, it would be those two. I think I would find the better of it. Also, I do want to point out really quickly, first top 10 run of the season for Mr. Bobby Isaac.
Yeah, Bobby's had a pretty rough season. A couple flashes of brilliance on a super speedway, but other than that, he really hasn't been anywhere. Good to see him get a good run so far. Top 10 rundown real quick. Nothing really has changed. It's still Clint, McClure, Paints, Gorse, Styles, Webb, Burridge, Isaac, as Zach mentioned, Isle again in 9th, and Reese in 10th. That's going to do it for our top 10s. Our pace lights are still on. It's a long caution lap here.
Yeah.
Clean up the mess, but
Yeah.
As it go for it, Doug.
Yeah, get some stuff out if we need to say anything. But yeah, really, I just don't know how we're gonna. I don't think we're gonna see lap traffic. That last pack was able to get a good draft. I think they'll continue that. I think 56 will keep some decent pace with the main draft, and then 51 will be okay after that incident. One thing I do want to point out, we usually go back to the top 10. You see that one car in 11th, that number 10 car. We're not going to see that today as he's out of there. Oh wait, I'm on the wrong lap time. I forgot to go back to the live feed. I was back on the replay.
Yeah. Okay, well, back on now, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna go green this time. So that kills a little time. But
12
yeah.
laps to go will be the restart. Okay. Let's set it up here real quick, Zach. It's going to be Clint Buchanan and McClure. Now, this is important. We've seen with new tires, usually the inside prevail. With older tires, with the way the runs work, the outside does prevail. What do you do here if you're... Take us through to the driver's mind. So you're Clint Buchanan. We talked about this at Mount Pocono with restart games. What do you do here at at Auto Club? Knowing the restart zone is pretty big, where do you go? Do you go in the middle, or do you start thinking about going towards the beginning because you can get a jump start in that restart zone? What are you thinking here?
I would jump the start, honestly. We've seen this track, tires on the start are very important. I think you get that jump, you could be able to lean into turn one a little bit better. But that top lane, people have been very consistent. It's not easy to get a good run on that top lane. We've seen some drivers come to it a little bit, but I think if Clinton Buchanan is able to hold it for at least a lap, I think he can maybe get that top spot. But if not, he can fall back. And I wouldn't recommend falling back because losing the lead ain't. I don't recommend that for anybody. But he may end up having to do that for something to work.
Buchanan will be leading us to the green flag once again. Anthony McClure, the most likely the points leader after this race, after Eli the Wolf's problems tonight. Paints has been one of the fastest cars all race as well. Sneaky with Gorse as well. A lot of underdogs here, mix of good veterans, but the pace car is going to turn left. Will this be the final restart? Will the guys in the back actually pull a good strategy call and maybe get a better finish? Here we go.
Terrible start for the 34.
Clinton can't bog the RPMs down. McClure's off to a rocket ship start. Gorse is going to stay on the outside, but Buchanan will stay in second.
Yeah, that was a bad start there.
Looks like Buchanan's coming back there. You don't want to have too big of a lead in the start, so it's a good move. Now, the outside line is definitely tend to be tricky on turn 3 and 4, especially with older tires. What do you do if you're Paints? Do you start doing a little aero wash? Do you get air sensitivity going? Does it really start to slow from the back? Gorse is going to look like be the first one to hit the wall.
And Bobby Isaac's there too. Yeah, Gorse has had some troubles avoiding the wall. That might succumb to some mechanical failures if he's not careful.
One's off the pace in this first lap. It is the first lap though. Give it some time. Looks like right now, You know what? I think about this. They might have picked out fresh tires. Go back to the back of the pack. Maybe movement or Pockers. Let's see what Pockers is doing.
Pockers, yeah. I know he didn't. He got out last on that. Oh, he's not running too good. Yeah, he probably got some internal damage. So those cars in the back, regardless of how their pit strategy went, I'm not. It'd be difficult for them to get a good run as Clinton Buchanan back to the lead.
Buchanan at the lead will stay. Oh, someone's on pit road.
Pit strategy for the 24.
Yeah, I don't think we're done pitting. Rain is going with the undercut strategy. Let me see how Rain. Let's go see where he emerges. I think he should be okay.
Yeah, I was concerned. Yeah, he was running in the back, but if he keeps up with this grab, he's lap down now. Could pull something out of that. Oh, 4 wide there. Goodness.
Oh, watch out! Watch out! Watch out!
Oh, washing up. 9 car in the wall. Goodness. I'll tell you, man, racing in the back is a lot more different than racing up front.
Yeah, up front, you get that clean, nice, fresh air. In the back, you're with the cats and dogs back there. But Cliff Buchanan still going to make a statement with Ian Stiles in second. We talked about the Chevy versus Japanese battle, the American versus Japan. And can Stiles keep it up for Toyota Honda debate as Cliff Buchanan looks to take it for a Chevy as well? Or is he in a Ford?
He's in a Ford, yeah.
Excuse me, I should Ford. Excuse me, not Chevy, Ford. So we'll see if Ford can get their second win as Stiles looks a little higher.
Oh, they saved it. 4 wide, they saved it.
Hard Gorse paints. The paints in the wall could be big. Anyone else pitting? Let's see. Just look at our pit road tracker.
I don't think anyone pitted.
Nope, I think we're still clear. I think that might have been a one-off race.
Yeah.
Paint's definitely damaged. That could be a big problem at the end of the race with a side arrow.
Oh, car on the wall.
Uh-oh.
Nixie saved it, though.
Bovic once again.
Someone hit something. Oh, it was Rain. Rain hit something. Yeah, that kills any pit strategy he had. He probably just had those good tires and, oh no, it wasn't exactly his fault. Oh, this did end up in a wreck.
Oh my goodness. That's a caution. Oh, where's Rain? Is he gonna... Uh-oh.
I think he checks up, so he should be good. Yeah, he slows it down before it.
Is that a caution, though?
I don't know. It was one car. I don't think it hit the algorithm. No, we're still green. Just tough break. It wasn't a hazard either, like I said. It braked them down to the bottom. So yellow. Honestly, I just realized something with my EXC. If I open it up, it crashed the game. So I can't do green white checkers, unfortunately.
Boy, so this is it. Oh, we get a caution.
Oh, we do now have a yellow. So
this might be the race.
Might be.
Big wreck. Oh, big wreck. We gotta check that. Big wreck.
This might be the race, but I don't want to call it for sure. All right, who is maybe 29? No, we'll go to the 64. I didn't see it. Someone up here was doing something stupid. So it might have been. Oh, 64's got a ton. So is a 46 or 45 next to Dubovic. Yeah, this might be the race, but 5 laps.
Back here.
5 laps. Oh my gosh.
Oh, also big one. Big one, part 2. Up ahead.
Yeah, we're talking about cars. It was Pat Miller, Alexander Isle.
Over again.
Yeah. I think we'll see a sprint to the finish here.
What happened? Oh,
yeah, we'll go slow-mo here. So, yeah. Oh, the 9 car, I think, had another failure.
Blew
like
up,
the 10 did.
Jordan. Oh, Jordan's going to take a hit there. Yep.
Yeah.
Bovic,
Crone, Roach, Dubovic.
Rouse.
Hamilton gets moved by the 56, 64, 55, 20. Man, 20.
Oh, someone's on his side.
Yeah, that's Owen and Alexander Isle doing a barrel roll down the front stretch.
Adding on it.
Jessica Strauss.
Dripsy. Shango, we thought there's Vince Breeze and
yeah, most of those back markers avoid it pretty well. Man, tough break for all these guys, man. Yeah, Isle is destroyed there. We'll go full speed, see what happened to him. Yeah, I'd imagine just... No, he didn't. Yeah, he did have an engine failure. Same thing as Frank Chilton. So he is out of the race regardless, but this went from bad to worse very quickly. Right in front of the packed cars. Got hit by the
Oh,
29.
and,
5
Messi.
sent him rolling. That's one for the replay.
Big carnage. Don't do a replay for that for sure.
Yeah. I'll get some after race picks, but being so late in the race, I don't know if we're gonna go green again. But
Oh, we gotta look at the
I
retired
think we
list
will.
here.
I think we will go green again. It'll be
Let's look at
like
the
1 or 2 lap shootout. Okay, so out of the race, Messi, Jiska Strauss, Jacob Shangle, Dubovic. I can't. Time scoring is still a little goofy right now.
Let's go one more lap. One more lap. Let's just see.
Yeah, we'll give him another lap. We'll see how the 08's doing, just in case it isn't scoring. I'm mad. Yeah, he's out. I'm certain he is so slow. I don't think he can keep that car going. Yeah, I think his engine just went kaput, so he might have to get hauled to the garage. Other than that, 3-car might still be in the race. Yeah, 3-car and Jacob Shangle still in the race, but any hopes of them doing well is dashed. Jacob Shangle had that good run last race in Pirates, but it just got melted. So we got 1 restart, I think. This will be our last restart. Pace car lights got to lap 38. It would give us 2 to go if next lap is the one. At the line, 2 to go, and I would call that an unintentional green-white checkered. If that were the case, if not, I think we could get a one lap shootout.
We are under 5 laps to go. There will be no lucky dog. It will be.
Well, I can't. Well, I guess I could do that, but there's no point. None of them went under the lap in pace, and someone going back on the lead lap would not help the pace at all. So
No, we're gonna keep it like this. It looks like it's gonna be a top 4 shootout between Buchanan on the start versus Styles. Whoever gets the better start might get it, and it's gonna come down to McClure versus Reese. Who's gonna give the push? That's gonna decide this race. If we go back green, if we don't think we're gonna have any fuel mileage. I don't think there will be fuel mileage concern.
Yeah, with this caution, this killed any fuel mileage race. These guys will be able to make it from here. I'm fairly certain. They've saved enough fuel under these caution laps.
Let's see the moment of truth here. Pockrass has now fresh tires, but his damage might be too much to overcome.
It can go another lap, but it looks like we're going to get a 2-lap shootout for the win.
2-lap shootout. This is your green-white checkered. If we get a caution, unfortunately, we don't have multiple attempts. Usually we go up to 3, but what?
24 is getting sent to the back. That's the EXC. Okay. Yeah, he went a lap down when he took that pit stop, so bad pit strategy for the 24.
All right, let's set it up real quick. The top 10 final rundown for our final restart. It's going to be Buchanan, Styles, McClure. As Zacho catches up, Reese, Gorse, LJ Toledo, which he hasn't done much since Homestead. Paints hit the wall earlier, and Ard, Burridge, and the 46 of Webb. Those are your top 10. Realistically, though, I think with 2 laps, it's going to come down to the front row and maybe row 2. Outside chance, Gorse and Toledo. If they wreck from the lead, if we get another wreck, all bets are off. Anyone can win this race in the top 10.
Yeah, but all bets are off. Yeah.
It is green-white, basically our first green-white checker of the season unintentionally.
Unintentionally.
Clint Buchanan has been a pressure cooker once before at Mount Pocono, almost got done. He did pretty good at Papyrus. He's been on a roll lately. He's going to choose the inside as always. Can he get the run with McClure? Can they work together on this start in the restart zone? Maybe a little hand out the window action. We'll find out. For Ian Styles, it's all about whatever Reese does. If Reese gives him the push, the outside does tend to prevail. When the tires are old, this Buchanan learned from that first restart where his RPMs were bogged down and stays low. The pace car pulls off. It's a green-white checkered finish presented by Credit One Bank. It's going to come down to Clinton Buchanan, Ian Styles with the start, and Styles with a good start.
Buchanan did not spin the tires like he did last start. He learned his lesson. 2 laps to go. Make your move now or forever hold your peace, I guess.
And Jordan's a little slow back there. Yeah, definitely got some slow cars.
Yeah.
Now it's going to come down to who can get it done. Styles is going to have to run, but doesn't mean he's got the win because, oh boy, inside line breaks up. Clint Buchanan tries to side draft. This might be Styles' race to lose. 12 of Reese is going to go up high. We're going to have 2 to go right here. Lap and a half.
Yeah, 1 lap to go at the stripe.
Does anyone hit the wall? Oh, they're both in the wall. Here comes Reese with a huge run with help from McClure. White flags out for Ian Styles in the Baby Ruth 86 Honda. Does that take 1, 2? I'll take 3 and 4.
All right, so number 12 car. I think 80, yeah, like you said, it's 86's race to lose. See what 12 can do here. LJ Toledo somehow up there. Clint Buchanan. Yeah, I'm not seeing unless he hits the wall hard enough to cause some momentum. It's his race to lose.
Ian Styles looking to be the most stylish man in California tonight. As long as he gets through 3 and 4. Clint Buchanan's going to have a huge run with Sean Ard, though. Does Ian Styles stay low enough to avoid the wall? The answer is yes, Buchanan hits it. Ian Styles is going to go California Dreamin' here at Auto Club and win the AA 400. What a job by Ian Styles as everyone starts to finish. Honda is back in victory lane. Both drivers, 2 Honda wins. Zach, would you have ever believed that?
I don't think so. Only 2 Hondas in the field. Only 2 finished the race. See, probably a couple cars there had some mechanical issues they had to address. So that just made the race bad to worse. But
okay, how about this? Honda bookends the top 10. I've never seen that before for 2 cars. Great run for Honda tonight.
Sandwich the top 10.
Yeah, they're getting their mojo back as we enter the post lap. We had some more people pitting. That's nothing crazy there.
Yeah, actually, I think they're trying to finish the race. They probably had a bad restart or something. There's a lot of stuff happened on that final restart. But everyone finished, so that's good. Was hoping Jonah or Bobby Iser might have cracked in the top 10, but didn't. Joy Payne surprisingly fell outside of it. But Saber Fox and Riley Gorse came in. Anthony McClure didn't do as good as he was hoping to do, but still a big points gain for him, as the guys who finished in front of him aren't really going to hurt him a lot, except for maybe Clinton Buchanan getting that second place finish.
Yeah, it's going to conclude our coverage here. Zach, any last thoughts of the race today before I wrap it home?
Well, I think this is just the beginning of a very interesting next few weeks. We're going to see a lot more close competition, I believe. Darlington may be the exemption. That is really just going to come down to setup, but these races are really going to be very interesting to see who's able to come up on top in these things. And it's right now is the time you need to start getting points. If you're like minus 100, you need to turn your game on now. I mean, if you're under that, you need to turn your game on now. Otherwise, at championship, it might be out of grasp.
Going to conclude it here. For my last thoughts for me, like I said, great races. Auto Club had a couple wrecks, a couple big ones, which was surprising. Half the field really did not finish or were off the pace, but what a great day for Ian Styles. That's how you get it done in a Honda. For me and Zach and Auto Club Speed, we want to thank you guys, the viewers, for always tuning in. We'll see you next week at Darlington, the Lady in Black, the track that's too tough to tame in South Carolina. One more time from Zach and I, we are signing off.